What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. It's sunny, it's warm, no rain in the forecast, I think, for today, which is like the first time it feels like in a month. For those of you in real estate, rainy days can cause lots of problems for us. Wet basements, leaky roofs, gutters, just when we get tough patches of rain like that, it is not a good thing for people in real estate. Sean Jones, what's up, brother? I'm sure you're out grinding today, working hard. And I wanted to share something with you today that I think is really, really important. And it's something I wish I would have known 15 years ago. And when I finally realized a few of these things about owning a business, it really changed my life. And I think I became a much better person to work with and work for. And Ferdy Vaughn, what's going on, buddy? Chris Jones, how are you? Keith, how are you? What's going on? And I hear a lot of people when they, think about starting their own business or going out on their own or, starting a side hustle, whatever it is, they talk a lot about wanting to work for themselves. I want to be the decision maker. I want to be the person that makes, choices about the direction of the company or what's right and wrong when it comes to customers. And the reality is that when you become a business owner, you go from working for somebody to then working for the people that work for you. And I want to clarify that when you own a business, you work for your employees. And here's why. If you're not investing in your people, training your people, supporting your people, listening to your people, your business will either not reach its full capacity or will fail in some sense. When you become a business owner, I remember back when I was 25 years old, I worked at a large car dealership. I had a great job. I had, 15 salespeople that worked for me. But I always knew when I went home at night that there was an owner and a vice president and a CEO of that company that was worrying about the bigger picture. Is our marketing planned out and strategically, organized for the rest of the year? Do we have enough salespeople? Do we have enough inventory? Do we need to add administrative staff? So when I showed up for work, I only had to worry about my department. And then when I was working from the day to day, my primary concern was my family. Am I doing enough for my family? And what I realized is when I became a business owner, I inherited all of the employees that worked with me and all of their families. And I mean this wholeheartedly. I worry about every single one of our employees, every single one of their kids, their spouses, everything. I want them to be happy. I want them to earn enough money that they can do the things that they want to do for their family, whether that's buy a new home, get their kids into college and fund their college education, buy a vacation home, have their wife stay home from work or have their spouse stay home from work. And if I'm not aware of those things, I can quickly lose touch with what's important to our people. And once you lose touch with what's important for your people, you're really disconnected from your business. You can make decisions at a high level, but they're not going to be carried out by the people that you work with. If they don't buy into to you as the owner, they're not going to buy into your processes, your products, your sales processes. They're not going to give their clients and your clients all they can because they don't believe in you and they don't believe in the direction or the vision of the company. So the biggest transition from going from working, being an employee to being an employer is you have to realize that you then work for all of your employees and you have a responsibility to each of their families. If you can show the people that work for you that you're committed to supporting their dreams, to supporting their families, they'll break their back for you. And I can tell you, the people that work for us in our Maryland office, the people that work for us in York, I honestly believe each and every one of those people would run through a brick wall for me. But it takes a lot. Like I last night I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I woke up and I had an idea about our turnkey business. And next thing you know, it's an hour and 45 minutes later, and I'm putting together an email about how we can execute this plan. And honestly, it wasn't for me. Like, I get a great deal of gratification out of that. It makes me feel good to be part of a company that year after year grows, and year after year just gets stronger with people and process, and we get better at delivering a quality product, and we're having more of an impact on our community than we've ever had before. We're doing a tailgate party at the York High home opener next week, and literally 15 people in our company volunteered to work there without ever asking, because they believe in the vision of the company, they believe in me, they believe in leadership, and they feel like they're cared for. But that's my job each and every day as a business owner, is not to buy homes, not to sell homes. It's to invest in the people that work in our company. And that shows up differently every single day. Sometimes it's training. Sometimes it's, I talked about healthy conflict. Sometimes it's holding somebody accountable to do something that they should have done, right? They didn't do, and then having a conversation about it. Like, hey, what happened over here? I'm concerned that, maybe we didn't lay out the expectations correctly, because we definitely want to make sure that we buy, every opportunity that we have. We want to make sure that we buy a home when it makes good sense. I feel like we overlooked this deal. What happened? And then that particular person will give me feedback. And like I said the other day, 9 times out of 10, it's either a lack of process or a lack of expectations. But caring enough about your people to have that conversation with them. I remember when I was selfish before, I didn't want to have confrontation because I didn't necessarily care about that person. I only cared about the deal. So I might bypass that manager or bypass that acquisitions agent and go and do the deal myself. So then I would feel that immediate gratification of buying the house, but I cheated that person out of a training opportunity. I should have went to that person and had a conversation that might lead to conflict, but ultimately would lead to them trusting me, to buying into my vision. And then the next time that situation came, they would do it on their own because they care, not because someone told them they had to. So you have to realize when you become a business owner, you're no longer obligated to do business. You're obligated to do what's right for your people. And that's a big responsibility. So I think when I hear a lot of people say they want to start their own business, and it's amazing. It's the most rewarding, other than being a husband to my beautiful wife and a father to my children, it is the most rewarding thing I've ever done in life, because I see the impact that I'm able to have on the people that work for me. And I see the level of commitment that comes from them. And it's the most rewarding thing you could ever imagine. So here's the thing. Before you go into business for yourself, make sure that you are equipped to be able to invest and pour yourself 100% into people. It's not about being the best roofer. It's not about being the best carpenter. It's not about being the best landscaper. It's not about being the best real estate agent. I see it a lot in real estate that the best realtors end up with these teams. And then in real estate, we develop a team to do more business, but then we stop being real estate professionals and we start being team leaders and managers and owners and leaders and trainers and developers of people. And it's a whole different world. What it takes to buy and sell real estate is completely different than what it takes to lead people to buy and sell real estate. It's an emotional business. Sometimes customers change their mind, they make decisions, and worse luck, empty-handed. We invest months and weeks into a deal and it falls apart. So as a real estate professional, we have to be able to, work through that. And as a leader of those companies, we have to be able to help those people work through those emotional roller coasters, because this is a tough business. It's a very emotional business for our customers, and at times, customers can be difficult on us. So as a leader of that company, you have to be able to help your people through those times. So where it used to only be me and my partner, and the only customers we ever dealt with, or the only situations we were challenged with, were the deals that we were a part of, now I have 40 plus employees. Each of those 40 employees come across challenges every day. So you have to be able to help all 40 of those team members work through their 80 to 120 issues a day. So it's just a tip, and I'm not trying to discourage anybody from going into business. I just want somebody to tell you what it takes to be a business owner. And it's not that you work for yourself. Yes, at the end of the day, you're the person that potentially makes those decisions. But when you become a business owner, you work for every single one of your employees. You work for your clients and your employees. That's it. And at the end of the day, you're responsible for all the results. And when I go home at night, I literally do a checklist of each one of the people that I work with to make sure that in some capacity, they're okay. Did I talk to them today? Did I email them today? What were their results today? Are they, we do quarterly annual reviews, and during those reviews with our employees, we talk about what their goals are. And it's important for me to understand what those goals are. For some people, it's to have more time off. You can't push that person to work more because they can make more money when the most important thing to them is spending time with their family. If someone's goal is to evolve and develop within the company so that they can take on more responsibility, you need to know that. Because now your interaction with that person is not just about how to do their job, but now how do you groom them to take on a manager or a leadership position down the road to give them the opportunity to develop. Because once you stop developing your people and helping them reach their goals, they're going to go find it somewhere else. Chad Geller says to keep a lot of beer in the fridge. It's a helpful tip, I can tell you that. So just know that when you go out on business, into business for yourself, that yes, you are the decision maker, but you need to make those decisions with every single one of the people that you work with in mind. And your responsibility no longer becomes doing your job. It becomes helping your people do their job. So I hope that's helpful for those of you that are, thinking about going into business for yourself or in business for yourself. I struggled with that until I came to that realization that my job was not to do deals. My job was to invest in my people and spend time with my people, listen, train, help them and teach. And that's what I do 90% of my day now. I'm not involved in the day-to-day transactions. I'm involved in helping bring in new people when we need to expand and building relationships. And the most important thing I can do every day is invest in our people. And that changes from day to day. Sometimes it's being someone, to lend an ear to someone that's having a tough day. Sometimes it's teaching. Sometimes it's coaching. Other times it's holding somebody accountable that's gotten complacent and doesn't know it. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about going out into business for yourself. The buck stops with you. There's no one else to lean on. You're the one that needs to make the decisions to keep the company moving forward, keep it in good health, and make sure that all of your people have a safe place to work, that they feel challenged every day, they feel appreciated every day, and that is your job as a business owner, not to do business. It's an important part. You can't ever stop doing business. But your primary function as a leader of that company and an owner of that company is to invest in your people and make it a better place to work. Hope this has been helpful. Hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy the weather. And tomorrow's Football Friday, York Suburban versus DeLone Catholic. I'm pumped up to watch that game. Hope you guys have a great weekend. See ya.